Hey guys, this is TopFit, and today we're gonna watch 4 disturbing true roommate horror stories. But we gotta address something. On Instagram, someone made a fan page of me, and I just found out today. So I don't know who it is. It's one of those kids who are obsessed with me. Look, they're posting that of me. They take the weird faces I make and they make memes out of it. Here's a caption: the God questioning what he should do with the disbelievers. And I'm gonna make this face. I know you're gonna make a meme, but what's that for? And I got 48 followers on the top fan page. But I don't care. Look, they post a picture of me just walking in the street. They just take pictures of me walking in the street. I'm like, huh? Say, God's ruling us with complete richness in both his love and AirPods. I'm like, what? Y'all got crazy. And when I come to their channel, to their page, and I try and make suggestions, they don't respond to me. So it's kind of weird. And they just post a new picture of me. And they put these weird faces I make on my channel. They want you to take screenshots and send it to them. Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. From TopFin. So, well, you might as well follow it. It's called HUD8672. That's right. HUD8672. Also known as the TopFin fan page. So I want you to follow it. I even direct message him. And he calls me a god. You need to call me a bro. Not a god. I'm not a god. I'm a bro. I'm just your bro, God. I'm just your bro. Man. I just wanted to address that. And I DM him funny pictures. And he ain't replying. So you need to make sure you check out my DMs, okay? And make sure you see what I'm sending you, okay? Because you need to use those for memes. Because I didn't give you consent for that, but okay. We'll see where this is going. I hope you watching this video. And you better listen to me. You better respond to my comments, because I comment on every single picture. You better follow me, first of all. Because none of y'all following me. Well, some of them are. But not the actual fan page is following me. And I'm the TopFin. So you should follow me on Instagram. And my Instagram is NPEEFF TopFin. TOPFIN. NPEEF. NPEEFF TopFin. And I have a picture of Easy on my thing. So if you follow me, we good. And I just wanted to address that with my homie. Because he got a fan page. Don't know why he's doing that. Why he's stalking me. But posting pictures of me with just walking. But I gotta say, respond to my DM. And that's it. So follow me on Instagram. I don't know why he made a fan page. I don't know why he would give a shit about me. No one does. But okay. And he's gonna take screenshots of me because I got this dumbass webcam on. I might have to turn it off. We'll see where this is going. Because I'm serious about this. Because no one likes me. So I don't know why I all of a sudden get this fucking fan page with 48 followers. But let's get into the roommate stories. Because I don't like fucking roommates. Alright. Let's see the trippers. So we need to get into this because I don't want to waste time. Let me turn the volume down because that's just too damn loud. 60. 60 is good.
When I was 22, I got a job in New York City. Living in Jersey, however, there was no way I'd be able to do that commute daily, so moving was a necessity. Only thing, I didn't have a lot of money yet, so when I saw an ad on Craigslist for an available bedroom,
what the fuck?
Bedroom in an apartment in the Hell's Kitchen.
Why are you looking on Craigslist for housing? In a roommate. Can you live in an apartment? What has happened to this society? Come on. Don't make me jump on this bed because they make me memes out of that. Because when I jump on that bed, that means you fucked up too much. I will kill myself. I don't think I should live. That's how bad you fucked up. I'll go like this, and I'll go, oh! Meaning I hit myself bad on the bed, and what happened to just going to an apartment? That's what I do.
For a really low price, I jumped on it.
I live in a house.
I took a ride to the city the next day to view the apartment, and the landlord gave me a quick tour of the place.
What's sad is You drove all the way to New Jersey, or what? New York, one or the other, wasting your time so you could get fucked up. That's just sad. I feel bad for these people. It's just sad. You fucked up. I mean, I know I'm too smart to get fucked up, but...
The landlord himself seemed a bit socially awkward, but that didn't really matter at all.
Okay.
The place did come with a catch. I'd have a roommate. The landlord said he's a very quiet, to-himself kind of person, which he said was good. My roommate's name would be Bren.
Bren?
The landlord knocked on Bren's door, asking if he'd like to come out and say hello. Bren didn't even answer. The landlord suggested he might be taking a nap.
Oh! No! He didn't even answer, but he's there. That shows you he's not someone you should fuck with.
So we moved on to talking in the living room, where I said I was interested in renting.
No.
I signed an application, and the next day, the landlord called and offered me the room. So I moved in the next week. My dad helped me unload all my furniture into my little room. Something odd to note was that never once did this Bren character come out during all this commotion to at least say hi. He was
Bro, that is the kind of person you don't fuck with, because you haven't even talked to him. You knocked on his door, he didn't come out, didn't say hi, didn't say nothing, he didn't say back the fuck up. He's keeping it zipped. Let me show you what zip means. I can't tell you, but basically you got... I don't have a clip, but... He's not talking. He needs to talk, or I will shoot him.
Definitely home. We heard him moving around in his room. I came to the early realization that he probably wasn't going to be friendly at all. When we finished unloading the van, my dad left and I was alone, officially moved out.
That's sad.
I sat in my bed and started watching Netflix on my laptop. Then I heard the door to Bren's room open and close. This seemed like my chance to go out and say hi. It was his first time leaving his room.
Damn.
I got out of my bed, but before I could even get to my bedroom door, the front door to the apartment slammed shut. I stepped outside to the living room, and no one was there. I didn't know what the deal with this Bren guy was, but surely he had to know we'd have to meet eventually. I went back to my room, ate a bowl of ramen, and went to sleep.
What's funny is he's avoiding you while you're trying to come to him. It's just funny.
I woke up when I heard the front door to the apartment close again. Then footsteps followed. The footsteps on the creaky wood floor made their way to the outside of my door, then stopped. I sat up and looked at the crack below the door. The outlines of feet could be seen through the light creeping in under the door. Why was he just standing out there like a creep? Of course, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, cut it off. Cut it off!
I just waited for him to walk away.
Cut off the relationship with him.
I didn't have my door locked, and I was low-key terrified of him entering my room.
No.
But thankfully, he walked away from my door and back to his room.
No, he's weird.
I heard him shut his door.
He's weird.
I tried to go to sleep, but all night, all I heard were thumps coming from his room. What? I had no idea what he could possibly be doing.
Bro, this is creepy.
I was tempted to go knock on his door and tell him to keep it down, but I hadn't even met the guy yet, so I had to deal with it. Eventually, I fell asleep.
Deal with it, my ass. We're gonna deal with it by hauling the ass out of the place. Just stealing someone's car and driving away. That's how GTA go, right?
When I woke up in the morning, it seemed Bren was out already. Maybe at work, I didn't know at the time. I spent most of that day shopping for groceries and basic apartment necessities.
Okay.
When I got back, I dropped all the bags on the couch in the living room to give myself a rest. I cooked dinner, watched some Netflix on the couch. All the while, Bren never came home.
What?
I did a quick run to the nearby 7-Eleven to get toothpaste. And
what
when I got back,
fuck? Who goes shopping at 7-Eleven for toiletries? You know me. I go Walmart. Or, nope, Target or Walmart or Costco. One of the three. Who goes 7-Eleven to shop for this? I mean, you are also fucking up because I don't shop at 7-Eleven. I never been to one before, to be honest with you.
I noticed Bren's door was cracked open and the light was on.
What the?
So I figured this was it. The moment for me to say hello.
Come on. Oh, I feel like you're trespassing in his property, because that's actually his property. You shouldn't open his door without consent. Okay, well, you're fucked up.
Knocked lightly twice, then pushed the door open.
Come on.
What I found in there was shocking. Or maybe I should say what I didn't find in there.
What?
The room was completely empty. Not a single piece of furniture.
What the fuck? No! No! Come here, boy. Oh, this guy got mental issues. Oh, shit. Cut it off. Wait, my neighbor's out here. Cut it off. Nope. Why would you rent an apartment but have nothing in there? That makes no sense. It's like you just renting out space. You're paying for nothing, which tells me you have bad intentions if you want to waste money. Because I'm the biggest cheapskate ever. I'm not going to explain it because it'll take like a 5 hour, it'll be a 5-hour video. But I'm cheap. I like saving money. And I also like trash picking. But this motherfucker. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but cutting it off. Fuck that.
Except for a single chair sitting in the corner of the room.
Y'all not tripping. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all gonna take these pliers and make me crush my head off. No. I got a screwdriver. I didn't even know I had that there.
A kind of chair you'd find in a high school classroom.
Oh, what? Oh.
My heart suddenly started racing and I started to shake. I turned off the light in that room and shut the door. Could this Bren person have been in the process of moving out?
What? Maybe.
I went to my room, locked the door, and sat on my bed, suddenly getting a really bad headache.
What?
I took out my phone and decided to call the landlord to ask him what the hell was going on. After dialing his number, I put the phone to my ear and suddenly heard a loud ringing sound coming from my closet.
I know whoever running that fan page is gonna make fun of me, but we need to put the computer forward and we need to stare into the monitor. Cause why are you hearing ringing noises in your closet? Is that a bomb going off?
I felt like my heart, which was already racing, was now in my stomach.
Damn.
The phone rang twice, then went to voicemail. I got out from the bed, ready to open the closet, but I stopped and realized that given that the phone rang twice, that means he had his phone and he declined the call. I had the sick realization that the
landlord is in the closet, because coincidentally you get 2 rings on your phone and there's also 2 rings on that phone, and you hear a phone ringing. I mean, you're done for it. Kill yourself. Like you are a bad human being. Like, you might as well die.
landlord was likely in my closet, and there never even was a Bren. I ran to the...
There is no Bren. So we got this creepy motherfucker trying to stalk you. I mean, you don't know what I'm feeling right now. I want to jump back on my bed, but I ain't gonna do it just yet until I hear something so ridiculous.
The bathroom, locked myself in, and called the cops. They got to the apartment shortly and searched the whole apartment with me. Sure enough, we found the landlord hiding under my bed.
What the fuck?
I tried pressing charges for trespassing, trying to get myself out of the lease, but it turned out there never even was a lease.
Oh, what?
The dude wasn't even an actual landlord. He didn't even own the apartment.
What the fuck?
I didn't get the rest of the story, like how he got the keys in the first place. I had my dad come the next day to help me move all my stuff back home. I found another apartment the next week, and it was a huge hassle going through the whole moving process again. I knew from the start the so-called landlord gave off bad vibes, but who would have ever imagined the events that were about to take place?
If he gives you bad vibes, that means you need to back the fuck up. You want to see my procedure? We back up. We stand up with your hands up and you walk. You march out the door. Out the house. If someone gives you bad feelings, I'm not touching him. Not touching his property.
I could tell you all about how great it is to live here at Plantation Bay, but I'd rather show you.
With 45 holes of championship golf, it's a fabulous neighborhood
Oh,
full
come on,
of
Dad.
wonderful homes.
Hey, I wish I had that home. I'm just kidding. Well, you're stupid. I wouldn't get in this situation. Because I would lease from a certified apartment complex. Like, that's what I did. I just go up to the apartment and ask them about it. I don't go to some creepy guy. Who does that?
There was an ad on Zillow for a shared apartment near the chicken farm I worked at. I moved in because it was convenient and already furnished. I just dropped off my clothes and a mini dresser, and I already had a bed to sleep in the spare room. The man who was renting the room out to me was old. He was like 70 or something, and his name was Ben. It was a non-contractual agreement, meaning I'd pay him by the week, but he was more or less still a roommate. He was very old-fashioned, and that included everything in the house.
Okay.
I've never exactly come from a wealthy family, so trust me when I say this was a steal for me. One night after getting home from a long day of work, I collapsed into bed and fell asleep like a baby. But suddenly, I awoke to the bedroom door opening. Light poured into the room from the hallway, and standing in the doorway was the old man, Ben, with his hand on the doorknob.
What?
He said in his deep, hoarse voice, "Stay out of the basement." He said he knew I went down there.
As the more we pause this, the longer this video will be. And the longer... He's accusing you of going in your basement, but you didn't do shit.
I defended myself and assured him I didn't, because I actually didn't. He shut the door, and I heard him walk downstairs. I sat there thinking this guy must be unstable or something. The next day, I was off from work. Ben took his old jalopy down the road. I'm guessing to the store. While I was alone, I stared at the basement door. I knew it was the basement door because I'd seen him go down there before. I went to open it just to peek
I already can
downstairs.
tell you something. If he doesn't want you going down his basement, then there's nothing good in the basement. Because if you're defending the basement, there's something in there you don't want to see. Like, there could be the deceased corpse. There could be a gun stash. There could be a meth stash. There could be shit that...
But obviously it was pitch black down there. I would have never been compelled to go down there if it weren't for his bizarre remark about not going down there.
Well, you probably shouldn't go down there if he's telling you not to go down there. Because who knows what's down there that he's wanting to defend, like I already said. I can tell you not going in my closet, and there could be, who knows what the fuck can be in there.
But I figured he wasn't going to be home anytime soon, so I continued down. I found the light switch at the bottom step for some reason.
What?
It was for the most part a normal basement so far, but there was a door in the corner. Behind that door was something unimaginable.
What?
The door was very hard to open because there was some rubber concealer under the door.
What?
I'm guessing to keep that awful smell out of the rest of the basement
I already know what's in there. There's a dead corpse.
and house.
How much you want to bet?
The inside of this little room was a nightmare. Bloodstains on the concrete floor.
I knew
black
it.
bags stacked in the corner of the room, stretched long enough to be carrying bodies or body parts. And the smell of rotting life. I had to refrain from puking right there. I noticed a camera hung in the top right corner.
We don't know if it's a real camera because I have a fake security system. I just put it on my door, warning, cameras in use. I don't have cameras, but... Well, I shouldn't say that. Is if I got rival gang members, they'll come to my house and shoot me. But just shoot the camera. Like I don't know if you got a gun, if you're a bitch or something, but.
Of the room, aimed down at some workbench.
What?
I took a quick picture of the room and hurried out of there. I went up to the spare bedroom, packed all of my clothes in a garbage bag, and heard the front door slam shut downstairs. He was back.
Oh.
I played it cool and greeted him from the upstairs hallway. He didn't respond. I heard him open the basement door and stomp downstairs. I saw that as my cue to sprint to my car. I made it to my car and without looking back, drove away from there.
There you go.
I drove 15 miles back to my brother's farm and showed him the picture. He said I was an idiot for not calling the sheriff sooner. So I called 911 and told them to bring a search warrant to Ben's address and check the basement before he could clear it out. I made it clear I was simply his temporary roommate or tenant living with him and came across it. A few hours later, someone from the sheriff's department came to my brother's farm asking for my ID and some other information. I complied with them. They gave me the relieving news that Ben had been arrested.
Okay.
He was in the process of clearing any evidence from his basement, but he wasn't quick enough. The deputies didn't go into much detail about what exactly they found in those bags or anything else.
Probably dead
but
bodies.
I don't think they were allowed to. They thanked me and went on their way. My brother let me stay with him for a few weeks, till I was ready to get back out there and find another apartment.
You fucked up. Oh, you certainly got almost killed.
I'm not sure how many of you went to college, but for those of you
Hopefully
who
you
did, you most likely remember that feeling of walking into your dorm for the first time, meeting your roommate, the person you're supposed to
Well, I'm not gonna live in a dorm. I'm gonna live in an apartment by myself. Maybe with a girl, but we'll get to that someday. Yeah, I know you're gonna have a bunch of thoughts, but I'm not living with no one unless you're in my family. My family don't fuck around. You're not staying with me. Like, I will kick you out. I will shoot you. I will kill you. I am ruthless. You don't know me. I am a very ruthless motherfucker. See this? I will kill you with this. You know how? Stab the bitch. Snatch her.
ideally be friends with for the next 4 years.
How do you know it's going to be 4 years? It could be 2 years, it could be 8 years.
Never mine.
So shut the hell up.
I walked into my dorm for the first time, and there was my roommate. He had fair skin, black hair, glasses, and a slightly feminine tone in his voice.
What? Maybe he's a transgender. And for you who don't know, you're gonna unsubscribe. I don't like transgenders.
There was nothing wrong with any of that, but to me, he just immediately struck me as the gaming type, which was not exactly someone who I was going to vibe with easily. From the moment I shook his hand and he gave me a dead fish handshake, I was a little put off. I'll call him John for the purpose of this story. I left the room to go say hi to the other kids on the floor and meet as many people as possible.
Damn.
I instantly vibed with some of the other kids more than I did with John. Anyway, that first night consisted of a lot of unpacking and hanging around in the room. So I did try to get to know John a little bit. It wasn't that he was a mean person, it was just he didn't seem to really know how to converse. I would ask him questions about himself, and he'd give me one-word responses, or responses that barely even made sense.
Oh.
He even went to bed really early, shutting off his lamp at like 10 o'clock. No one had...
What's funny is you call that early. But lately I go to bed sometimes there, but lately I'm gonna go to bed at much later than that. I mean, much later. Probably I used to go to bed at 4:30 in the morning.
Classes the next day, so I just found it odd. I put headphones in and
well, I still go to bed because you just got that feeling. You gotta continue.
Watched videos on my phone until around 12. Then I went to sleep. The next morning, a few of the guys on my floor and I went to the dining hall together, When I got back to my room, I noticed my duffel bag was moved. I looked at John.
Well, you touching your shit. I don't know if I ain't got it. I'm gonna keep what I was gonna do a secret. Well, I'll tell you. I was gonna come up with fly swatter and fucking slap the bitch. Like this. Fuck! Cha-cha! Fuck you! Don't touch my shit. I want HIV, because I know you have HIV. Probably got it from fucking the wrong bitch, just like I did.
On his bed. I went to go through my bag to see if anything was missing. I couldn't find what it was, but my bag just seemed lighter.
What?
I straight up accused John of going through my bag, and he denied it with a very aggressive tone.
Oh.
What could I do, though? I didn't have cameras in the room, so I couldn't prove it.
You probably should get some.
The next night, I tried inviting John out with me and a couple of the other kids from the floor. He didn't want to go, claiming he was trying to stay on top of his work as soon as possible.
Yeah,
So
the
I
work
went
of killing you.
out, and when I got back, John was fast asleep. It was kind of late, so I just went straight to bed too. It started to rain pretty heavy outside. A storm was in the forecast.
Okay.
I woke up in the middle of the night hearing thunder crashing. I was too comfortable and lazy to roll over and look outside. But even with my eyes closed, I was noticing the constant flashing from the lightning. If anything, it actually helped put me back to sleep. The next morning, I woke up, and my backpack was open and moved. I didn't accuse John this time. I decided I was going to stay up that night and wait, listen to what he was doing. So, after a long rainy day, night came, as did the time for me to hit the hay. I stayed on my phone for a long time, listening to the rain outside the window.
Yeah.
Around 1 or 2 a.m., I flipped on my side and pretended to be asleep. I did this for a long time, and eventually I started noticing the flashes again. 2 or 3, actually.
Damn.
I turned to my other side and saw John sitting upright in his bed. I only caught a glimpse of him quickly putting down his arms as I flipped over. Suddenly all those flashes made sense. It wasn't lightning.
It was his phone or a flashlight.
It was him taking pictures of me.
Oh! What is going on in this guy's head? What is going on? What has happened? What has made him do this? What the fuck? No, he's taking pictures of you. I'm sorry, but I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm done. Bro, if I caught him taking pictures, bro, I would assault the bitch. I would give him some hands. Go bust him. Bust him right there. Bust him. Bust him. Bust him like that. Bust. Bust him up. Go bust him in his face. Because I don't play around. I will kill you, bitch.
I played dumb and said, "What are you doing?" He stuttered and said he couldn't sleep.
He's being a pervert. Look, I've never heard of someone taking pictures of one another. That's just weird. Like, if I caught you taking pictures, like, we're getting in a fight. Like I already addressed this at the beginning of the story of them taking pictures of me. But they lucky they live. Who knows where the fuck they live? Because, I mean, they taking pictures of me. If I caught you taking pictures of me and when I'm sleeping, bro, I would assault you. I would get arrested. I would charge with a felony for doing that, what I was going to do. I would kill you. You're not going to take pictures of me. Because that's weird. Y'all weird. You perverts. I got to kill all the perverts. Bah! Boom! Going Super Saiyan. Ah! Boom! But I'm not playing that. That was just stupidness. I will assault you.
The next day, I told the other kids on the floor about it and how weird John was overall. They said I should request a room change.
No, I should request him to die. Like, I would call the SWAT team right now. I'm gonna call the SWAT team right now. Their number is 911 911 9111. So we're gonna call the SWAT team right now.
I'm sorry.
Hey! Fuck you. Who's someone I could call? I'll call. Fuck him. Hello? Have I committed a crime yet, sir? I'm not. Hey, SWAT team! Well, we're gonna pretend like I'm calling the SWAT team. Come here and kill that bitch. Come on, SWAT team. This bitch is stalking me, taking pictures of me. For God knows what the fuck is he doing with the pictures. Okay? What is he doing with the pictures? I'm not gonna say what he's doing with the pictures, but...
I agreed with them. At whatever point I went back to the room, John was actually gone for once. I couldn't believe it. His laptop was also on his bed with the lid cracked open.
Why don't you just take the laptop and smash it and say, here we go, bitch, and put in his face. You don't take pictures of me.
I had to snoop. I was too curious. I opened the laptop, and I was on John's desktop, which was littered full of folders, programs, and images. It was the messiest desktop I've ever seen. I started opening the random pictures on his desktop. Most of them were weird, but then I got to the disturbing ones. Pictures of me. Upon opening one of them, I realized it was a picture of me in bed, taken with an iPhone with the flash. He had stored all the pictures he'd taken of me on his computer. He even had pictures of my duffel bag and the inside of my backpack.
What?
I took a video of the laptop screen.
Oh! You know what I think of this motherfucker? Gosh. Fuck.
Then deleted every picture I could find from his computer and closed his laptop.
Take
I
his
went
phone.
straight to the hall that dealt with dorm life and showed them the video. I requested a new roommate immediately. I don't know how John was disciplined by the school, but I was going to be given a new room across campus the next day.
There you go.
However, on my last night with John, I couldn't sleep at all.
Why?
I heard the springs under his mattress kinking as he got up from his bed at some odd hour in the night. Then, silence. Silence until I heard a short, quiet exhale come from right above my bed.
He's exhaling in your bed. You gotta exhale your ass and haul the ass out. Bruh. Hold on, bruh. Y'all tripping.
He was standing over my bed. I just knew it. But I was just simply too afraid to turn around. Less than a minute later, I heard the springs under his mattress again, and the rest of the night was silence. I was out first thing in the morning. My new roommate was like a breath of fresh air, a normal guy.
Good.
It's a little creepy knowing that John Kid still has all those pictures of me sleeping on his phone. I don't know what his goal with those pictures were. I don't know why he just stood over my bed like that the last night I was there. I don't know why he went through my bags. The kid was an insane creep, and I'm happy I got away from him.
Oh, I'm happy for you, bro. Now go watch an ad.
The men in black demand only the best. Suit, tie, shades, weapon, and ride.
Lexus. Oh, Joe.
When I moved out from home, my dad's friend Kathy was subletting her apartment with 2 bedrooms. She said she'd give me a good deal. However, I'd have to share it with some older woman she found. She was
Always some keywords. Older. Well, I'm not going to discriminate.
tight on money, so I understood. Kathy introduced the woman and I the day I moved in. Her name was Betty. She was like 60 years old. It felt weird knowing I'd have a roommate who could almost be my grandma. Since Kathy was subletting the apartment, it already had furniture. I just had to bring my own bed and dresser.
Oh.
The weirdness started on the second
Man, get that CRT looking ass TV out of here.
night. I was watching TV in the living room when Betty's head appeared from behind the wall to the hallway, and she stared at me intently.
What?
She started muttering these strange, faint noises.
What the f- Oh. Bruh. Back it up.
She started muttering these strange, faint noises.
What the fuck? I think I jumped in the bed more times than I ever have combined in my other videos. Cause when you make noises like that, I go crazy. What were you make? What was that?
Betty, you okay? I asked.
What the fuck?
She groaned and disappeared back into the hallway.
What the fuck?
I immediately got on the phone with Kathy and asked if there was something wrong with Betty.
No. No. That would be the point where I decide, should I even live? Should I kill myself? Well, I don't know, should you? Take out the screwdriver and the pliers and just get to work.
Betty. Kathy said there was nothing wrong with her as far as she knew, though she only met her a week ago. When I told her about what Kathy just did, she was surprised.
Oh.
The next day I ran into Kathy cooking eggs in the kitchen.
What?
She said good morning, and I asked her if she was okay last night. She seemed confused what I was referring to, and I mentioned the way she was staring at me and making those noises.
Oh.
She claimed she had no recollection of it.
She could have
All I could
dementia.
chalk it up to in my head was some kind of psychotic break. Fast forwarding through normal, unnecessary fluff, I was laying in my bed on my laptop with the light off. There was a knock at my bedroom door. I muted my laptop and heard the same moaning and groaning sounds of Betty from the night before. Quite frankly, I was uncomfortable with going out there, but this confirmed that.
Quite frankly, I'm uncomfortable with being alive right now. I don't think I should be alive right now. When I hear those kind of noises, I'll make a break for it. I don't know if I'm going to turn my laptop screen and show you what I'm about to do, but nah, don't do it.
That something was
gonna jump out
definitely
the
wrong
window.
with this woman. She kept knocking. It wouldn't stop. But the door was unlocked. If something was really wrong, I figured she'd come in. I really think the knocking and moaning went on for a full minute before I heard her walk away. It seemed these little episodes of hers would only happen at night. I almost wanted to be able to lock the door because it was kind of creepy, actually.
I want to be able to get out of this world. Let's go to Mars. We could almost live there. We just have to sustain life. Bring oxygen tanks, and bring food. We can live.
But the door had no lock. But she left.
Install a lock on the door. I know how to do it. I did it.
So I was okay to go to sleep now. I woke up expecting it to be like 9 a.m., but it was pitch black. I looked at my clock, and it was 1:30 a.m.
What?
What I was woken up by became clear when there was a creak in the floor in the room. I saw a figure standing at the edge of my bed in the dark. "Becky?" I said. I heard the familiar groaning sounds again. I flipped on the lamp next to my bed, and there she was. This 60-something-year-old woman, with her long graying hair all disheveled, looking like a half-awake psycho. But really, the first thing I noticed was the large knife in her hand.
What? Hey, dog, what's up? Did you just hear what he said? What she said? What he said? Yeah, what he said. He said she had a knife in her ear coming up to you, making moaning sound like. You hear me? You hear me, okay? You could hear me, right? Because I'm sure as hell know you heard that sound. I saw you holding a knife like this. Trying to go up to you like this in the night. Trying to go talking about some of that. I am done with this world. I
screamed a horrific scream as I curled up in the corner of my bed, expecting her to attack or do something. But she just kept making her strange sounds.
Oh, she's autistic, maybe.
She left the room. I ran to shut the door and block it with the dresser. I tried calling Kathy, but she was obviously asleep. I had to make it through the night, and it was a long, sick...
Call the police! Call the police! Or haul the ass! How do you know not to do that? You think it's safe when you're in a psycho's room? In the vicinity of a psycho, you think you're safe? Oh, we're just gonna make it. I'm gonna make it out of here. We're gonna get out of here. Because I'm not dealing with this.
6 hours before the sun came up. I called Kathy at 8 and explained everything. And then I told her she needed to evict Betty immediately. She couldn't believe it, but she still apologized and said she'd be over that day. Kathy came to speak to Betty. She couldn't just evict her right away without a notice, though, and the eviction process takes months.
Oh.
So Kathy told me it was best if I just left the apartment and found somewhere else to live while she dealt with Betty. Betty apologized and said she had no recollection of any of this stuff happening. After Kathy and I did some research, we determined Betty most likely had a severe case of sundowning syndrome, which causes people to become confused or aggressive late in the day when the sun goes down.
Damn.
It's really terrifying knowing in whatever confused state of mind she was in, she likely had the intention of coming into my room and stabbing me for whatever reason.
All I gotta say is these people in this video are crazy motherfuckers. We cannot trust anyone no more. After I witnessed all these events, I don't think I'm sane anymore. I think I've gone insane. Cause this is not human. This is not human. I don't think I'm human anymore. Okay? But anyways, thanks for watching this video. This is Top, and I have to sign out. Sorry. See ya. And by the way, follow my fan page and my Instagram account. And if you are watching this and taking screenshots of me and posting it, may you at least say I'm a bro, not a god. Because I don't believe in God, by the way, because I'm an atheist. But I'm not flying up in the air. I'm not flying up in the air doing whatever the fuck God does, which I don't believe he does anything. But anyways, thanks for watching this stuff, and I'm out.